Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, The Cat and the Old Friend. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. It was an ordinary afternoon when Whiskers, a mischievous cat with a white and gray coat, was lounging lazily on his favorite spot, Ms. Linda's velvet couch. The sun was shining through the window, casting a warm glow over the room, and everything was peaceful. That was until the doorbell rang. Meow. Whiskers tilted his head, staring at the door. Ms. Linda had promised him a quiet day, but clearly, that wasn't happening anymore. He heard her footsteps approaching, and then the door opened. "Hello, old friend," a voice from the doorway announced. Whiskers froze. That voice, it was unmistakable. It belonged to none other than his old nemesis, Toby the Terrible, a scruffy cat from the neighborhood. Whiskers and Toby had shared many adventures in their youth, most of which involved a lot of mischief, a few broken flower pots, and more than one angry dog. Toby had always been a bit of a troublemaker, and Whiskers had long since distanced himself from the wildcat's antics. But now, here he was, standing in the doorway like an uninvited storm. Whiskers' ears twitched. Oh no, he thought, not again. Toby, with his scruffy fur and overconfident swagger, marched into the living room as if he owned the place. Whiskers could only watch from his spot on the couch, his tail flicking nervously. "Whiskers, my old pal. It's been ages." Toby grinned, his yellow eyes gleaming. "I missed you, buddy. We had some great times back in the day, didn't we?" Whiskers sighed, clearly unimpressed. "I remember you almost got us both stuck in a tree because you thought you could catch a squirrel. I'm still trying to get the pine sap out of my fur." Toby shrugged, unfazed. "That's the spirit of adventure, my friend. No regrets. Anyway, I was passing by and thought I'd drop in. So what's new? What's the plan? You know me. I'm always ready for some fun." Whiskers sighed again and flopped down on the couch, curling his tail around his paws. "The plan, Toby? My plan is a nice, relaxing afternoon without any adventures." Toby, however, was not listening. He was already eyeing the window. "Well, if you're not going to do anything exciting, I might just go out and stir up some trouble by myself. You know, there's a dog down the street who looks suspiciously like he's guarding a snack. I think it's time I teach him a lesson." Whiskers groaned. Toby never changed. Whiskers, sensing that this could turn into another one of those adventures, immediately tried to think of a way to get rid of Toby, politely, of course. "Actually, Toby," he said, straightening up, "I'm kind of busy right now. You see, Ms. Linda is about to feed me some tuna, and I wouldn't want to miss that. You know how it is." Toby's ears perked up at the mention of tuna. "Did you say tuna?" he asked eagerly. "Well, that changes things. I've always wanted to taste your humans cooking." Whiskers' eyes widened. "Wait, no. You can't just waltz in here and steal my tuna." But it was too late. Toby was already heading towards the kitchen, sniffing the air like a bloodhound. Whiskers quickly leapt off the couch and dashed ahead, blocking Toby's path. "Not so fast," Whiskers said, his tail puffed up in indignation. "I've worked hard for that tuna. You got to earn your own." Toby grinned. "Oh, come on, Whiskers. Don't be so selfish. I've had to survive on dumpster scraps for weeks. Surely I deserve a little luxury." Before Whiskers could protest, Ms. Linda walked into the kitchen, carrying a plate of tuna. Her eyes widened when she saw Toby. "Oh, well, what a surprise," she said, putting the plate down on the counter. "You two are getting along, I see." Whiskers shot Toby a look that clearly said, "I'm not responsible for this." Toby, ever the smooth talker, flashed his most charming grin. "Well, you know me, Ms. Linda. I couldn't resist coming to visit my old friend. And I see you have a delicious feast prepared for him." Ms. Linda chuckled and patted Toby on the head. "Well, I'm sure Whiskers won't mind sharing. He's such a generous boy." She turned to Whiskers, who was now looking at her with wide, pleading eyes. Whiskers didn't want to share his tuna, but he also didn't want to seem rude. With a resigned sigh, he turned to Toby and reluctantly said, "Fine, you can have a little bit. But I'm watching you, Toby. Don't get any funny ideas." Toby smirked and jumped onto the counter, eagerly diving into the tuna. Whiskers, though slightly annoyed, couldn't help but feel a little bit of nostalgia. Despite everything, there was something oddly comforting about having Toby around. He was trouble, yes, but he was also a reminder of the good times they had shared in the past. As Toby devoured the tuna, Whiskers reluctantly joined in, realizing that maybe, just maybe, having an old friend around wasn't the worst thing in the world. "All right, Toby," Whiskers said with a smirk. "But remember, no more adventures. Today we're just cats, eating tuna and enjoying the quiet life." Toby paused mid-bite and grinned. "Of course, Whiskers. No more adventures. At least not today." And for that one afternoon, they both enjoyed a rare moment of peace, at least until the next time Toby came knocking.